Look at the mess. Wow. Wow. Milk tea muna. Naligaw pa si kuya. Part 4 na ba ito? Wait lang. Also, nag-samgyup kami today kasi wala lang, napagtripan lang. Okay, so I have to mute this because of the very bad audio quality and you cannot hear me explaining stuff in here, so I have to cut it short. So basically, I just update here what page I was in. So I was around 200 pages, chapter 4, and I was done reading Image's point of view, and I just talk about how I love Inage and how I also love Jasper's character because he's very funny, very sarcastic, and also his backstory was I don't know. I loved his I loved his backstory because it explains or it tells the story about his family and his mother and how he was able to get his abilities or how he was able to learn about his abilities. And also I am talking about Willan here and how he feels about being not able or not being able to know how to read, and somewhat as someone in the field of education, it is very relatable on how there are students or there are people who are not or they do not know how to read and how it affects them. So I'm very blessed and very thankful that I was put into this position to be able to make a change to those people who are like villain, who looks down on themselves, and who are looked down by other people just because they do not know how to read. If a person doesn't know how to read, be kind to them. Okay, understand why they are in the situation, because each person who doesn't know how to read at a certain age has their own um, struggles on why they do not know how to read, like in Willen's case. Okay, so basically that's what I am saying here. So yeah.
So, nagpahinga lang ako sandali kasi ang sakit na ng mata ko kasi feeling ko kailangan ko na ng bagong salamin. So, hindi ako makapagbasa ng maayos ngayon. Kakatapos ko lang ng part 4 and oh my god, ang daming nangyari, but the ending of part 4, syempre babasahin ko na yung part 5. And nakakatuwa lang dito sa part 4, dito lalabas yung pagka-YA nung kwento. Kasi makikita natin or mapipicture out natin na parang hindi YA yung datingan ng mga characters, especially Kaz. Tapos dito sa part 4, dun ulit babalik yung image na yep, they're kids, you know, YA nga to. Ayun, nakakatuwa lang. Ang hirap naman mag-explain, plug no spoilers. Basahin nyo na kasi. Kakatapos lang ng day 1 ng virtual seminar and training namin today. And nag-text sa akin yung clinic na pwede ko na daw makuha yung salamin ko. Pero bukas na lang dahil hapon na maulan and walang maiwan sa bahay. Dahil medyo maambon to sa labas at sa labas ako nag-check, tatry ko munang magbasa ng Crooked Kingdom. Either, nai-impluensya na naman ako ng paggamit ng phone, or gusto ko lang namnamin at tipirin ang Crooked Kingdom. But I need to finish this na agad dahil I need to read Shadow and Bone dahil April na next year. April na next month, no? Kailangan ko na mabasa yun kasi lalabas na yung Shadow and Bone series sa Netflix next month. Hi, so as I was editing this video, I noticed that I don't have review of the Crooked Kingdom. So here is my review of the Crooked Kingdom. So I have read it for 2 to 3 weeks, I think, and it was all worth it. It was a very nice way of ending the duology, and as early as this month I have discovered another addition to my all-time favorite books, and those are Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. So why is Crooked Kingdom one of my all-time favorite books? Because it's just so great, it's so amazing. The end. No, I'm kidding. So if you have read Six of Crows, another amazing book. I think for me, Six of Crows is even better. You know, we met our characters in the first book wherein they were in a heist, and in the second book we get to be more intimate with them and get to know them more personally, like all their backstories. We get to know them more, and we get attached to them even more. So the writing was really good because all of the characters have enough spotlight. Each of them have enough spotlight, not only Kaz, not only Inej, but all of them. We were able to see them within them, you know what, within. So we were able to like personally get to know them, and the twists and the adventures and the romance, the humor, everything was all perfectly like done for me at least. So I love it so much. I was really attached to it. And what else Ayan, even though it's a chunky book with small fonts, I was still able to read it quickly, you know, like I was able to finish because it was divided into several parts, and I was able to read some of those parts in a day. Oh my gosh. So that was a very proud moment for me. I was able to finish a part within a day. And ano pa, why do I love Crooked Kingdom so much? Ketterdam felt real for me, and also the characters felt real. Not only our six crows, but or not only our six main characters, but also the other characters as well, and their problems are realistic. We can like what they call this, we can relate to their problems, and we can relate to what they are facing. They are facing their own monsters, and all of us have our own monsters or our dark paths to take or to face. And through them, I have realized that all of us fight different battles, and it is not enough to be dependent to other persons to fight the battle with us, but it is most likely more enough for us to know that someone is going to be there for us, even though they don't need to fight our battles for us, but we must do it for ourselves. It's just a good thing to know that there will always be people who would understand what we're going through and are willing to be with us in going through that dark days, or going and facing those dark moments. Like example, um, I love how the romance between Nina and Matthias, and ayokong sabihin, medyo spoiler, so I will focus on the romance between Kaz and Inej. I really love that part because they were in this tension, or they have this tension wherein they want to have each other, or they want the other person for themselves, but because of the a lot of things or trauma that they have, they cannot like properly express their emotions and feelings to each other. So I love how that part, or you know they show that if you really love someone, you are willing to understand what they're going through, and you are willing to change yourself for the better. And I think that is very sweet, wherein Inej understands why Kaz cannot be intimate with her, and Kaz understand why Inej cannot be intimate with him. So I think that part is really like touching and kind of emotional at the same time. And also, ano ba? Yeah, I really love that book because of so many reasons, and I want to talk about, but right now that I'm actually doing a review about it, I cannot talk about it because I cannot think of it, and I don't know why. And yeah, all in all, it was a great book. The writing style was easy to understand. The world building, it felt real. The characters felt real also. And what else? I just love everything about it. The characters, the plot, the conflict, everything. Yeah. So Crooked Kingdom was definitely a 5-star read. So if you haven't read it, read it now. And if you don't want to read it now, it's okay. So that was my reading journey for the month of March. I've actually also read Shadow and Bone, but I've only have clips for reading Crooked Kingdom. So that was my March reading diaries. Hope your March was better than mine. So yeah, stay safe, stay home, and read for your own sake. Bye 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 bye.